Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Thursday here in Melbourne. But of course, let's go up to our friends up in Queensland. Of course, being with the champions of the football Queensland Premier League first competition. Of course, that is the Mitchelton Football Club. Of course, they defeated Peninsula Power only a couple of weekends ago. And of course, we've got three very special guests joining us right now to tell us a bit about it. Thanks all three for joining us.
No worries.
No worries.
I'll get all three to introduce yourselves and tell us what position all three played on the field on grand final day.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm Emily Rebello, and I am one of the center backs, and that is where I played during the grand final.
I'll go. I'm Callie, and I played up top and a little bit in the midfield.
I'm Tyler, and I played defensive mid.
Tell us a bit about the grand final. You played Peninsula Power in the grand final, which I think they finished minor premiership for the year. Tell us how you managed to beat the Power in the grand final.
Callie, you can take that one.
Yeah, well, I think it was a big defensive effort on each team's part. Like, we played 120 minutes, was it? And only one goal was the difference. So yeah, I think it was a big defensive effort from us, especially considering, how many goals they put in on us all season. So, yep.
The fact that you scored an absolute screamer.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a moment. But I have to ask, how did you fare against them throughout the season prior to the grand final?
It was pretty tough. It was really physical every time we played them. It was, I think majority of their goals came from set pieces from against us, and they're really strong, really strong on set pieces, corners, run of play, set pieces. It's any set piece there is, they've got some big players that are getting up and winning them. So that was probably our toughest area during the season, was matching up with them on set pieces. I give them credit. They're really good in all their set pieces. Very good.
Let's talk a bit about the goal that won the game. How did it all come about? And when that goal went in, you knew then that the game was won?
Yeah, so I guess it was a foul just on the edge of the 18. I guess when we scored, I was hoping that was going to be the game-winning goal, but yeah, I had a feeling. But with the 23s game prior to ours, they had they were up 1-0 with 3 minutes to go in the game, and they ended up losing in the end. So, I kind of had a gut feeling, but you never really know. So,
considering it was a pretty big day out there, obviously, as you mentioned, you had the 23s playing before yourselves, but obviously there was also I think the Premier League NPL playing after yourselves as well. I guess, do you get a chance to get the feel about what the grand final was going to be, what might happen, because as you mentioned, the 23s played just before yourselves?
I guess I was home watching the 23s live, but it was I guess it put a little nerves in me because, like Callie said, they were up, and that was kind of an all over the place game. It wasn't one team had more or the other. It was really back and forth, and I think that kind of put a bit of nerves, because every team that goes to a final series, doesn't matter what sport it is always different. They always play a lot different than they do during the actual season. So it didn't matter how many times we played Power throughout the year. I think we all knew going into it was going to be tough, but seeing the 23s before us, I think put a little bit of nerves in everyone.
I think it was like a good energy though. I think it was a good energy, because unfortunately they did lose, but I feel like we wanted to go out there to win it for them a little bit as well. I feel like they brought that energy back into the shed for us to just push that a little bit more. Yeah.
I'm happy you actually answered that, because that was literally my next question I was going to ask. In regard to, did you do it for the 23s? And so I consider they fell short. But I have to ask this as a follow-up then. How important was the support of the 23s if they managed to stay behind and watch yourselves play?
The whole team stayed behind and watched. I'm pretty sure the whole team stayed. But they've been like that all year. We trained together most of the week. Very like, at least for the first half of training, we were all together. Or we kind of intermix. We definitely played each other like every Wednesday, full field. So most of them stayed for every single game throughout the year. It wasn't just the fact that it was a final. They've always been really, really supportive. Didn't matter what game it was. So I guess it was just another day at Mitchie, I guess.
When the final whistle went for the grand final, was it a celebration or relief?
Both.
Yeah, I was going to say
both.
probably both. Yeah.
Both.
Celebration that we.
Thank God it's over, because that was long.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also exciting because we beat Power finally.
Yeah, we finally did them.
Yeah.
Am I assuming, being the captain, you got to hold the Premiership Cup first?
Yeah, and someone got a really ugly photo of me holding that. I wish it was better. Other than that, yeah, it was really cool. It was the first time I've ever gotten to do that with Mitchie. So, I mean, not grand final, but being a captain and walking the trophy over to the team, it's a pretty cool experience. And to see how happy everyone was. And it's just, we worked so hard all year, and I don't think anyone actually realizes how much effort and work we put in on and off the field through the whole year, all through COVID and the floods. If no one heard about that, like Brisbane went underwater in about 24 hours. And then obviously a close community member and club member passing away. So, Mitchie went through a lot this year, and to be able to accomplish something like that and I guess be on the field with every one of those girls is pretty special.
You almost answered my question I was going to ask anyway, about how good was it to hold the Premiership Cup before your teammates swarmed onto you. So, but you mentioned about the photo a moment ago. To be honest, I haven't seen that photo yet.
You don't need to see it.
Okay.
It's not good.
Did you know at the time that was going to happen?
I mean, I knew there was going to be photos, but I didn't know someone was going to snap it at the time that my double chin was out. Like, they snapped it right at the wrong time. Thank you, Football Queensland. So embarrassed.
Okay, well, I haven't seen it yet, so
I'm sure you'll find it.
See all you wearing your Premiership medals around your necks, which I'll get all you to show it to us. There they are. So the question I want to ask all three is, how long did you wear your Premiership medals around your necks, and did any of you sleep with it?
I wore mine to work.
Did you?
Absolutely.
I think I took mine off around about 12:30 a.m. And no, I didn't sleep with it.
Yeah, I think we went back to the clubhouse, and we all got out by 12, and I think I took it off after that.
Yeah.
I have to ask this question as Premiership teams I have on the show. Did any of you get to kiss the Premiership Cup at any stage?
I drank out of it.
Yeah, I drank out of it. I don't think.
Put some champagne in it and drank out of it.
Yeah.
That's better than kissing it.
Yeah, I agree.
Tyler, I need to ask you this. Now, obviously, according to Tony, that in his opinion, that you were the grand final player of the match. How do you think you actually played in the grand final, and were you surprised by hearing that?
Yeah, I was actually really surprised. I think I'm probably more critical of how I play than anybody else. But I didn't really expect that, because I think some of the young girls really shone through, and I think they played amazing. So I even when I get player of the match, I never really think it's me who's going to get it. I really do think some of the young girls in our team are absolutely amazing, and they've got really good potential ahead of them. So yeah, I was really, really surprised when he said that.
I have to ask the other two then. How do you think she played in the grand final?
Oh God.
I think it's well deserved.
Yeah,
I
me
think
too.
I've played with Tilly for a few years now. Well, I don't know how long. I guess more so since I've come over, I guess. Is that right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And to see, I always thought I always rated her as a player, but to see kind of where I came in and saw her to now, every time she earned player of the match, it was well deserved. She's one of the best players we have on the team, and I think if she wasn't in the position she was in, we would have had quite a bit of trouble on our hands. So absolutely well deserved every time. Probably more, I think you should have gotten it. So Tony, if you're going to listen to this, she deserves a few more.
Yeah, I think you're one of the most consistent players too, Till. So yeah, I think it was definitely deserved.
Oh, thanks, guys.
That doesn't take away your fines, though. Just saying.
We'll get to that in a moment. Kaylee, of course, you scored the only goal in the grand final, but also you scored 39 goals in 19 games, which is just over two a game. One of the most lethal strikers in Queensland. How did you play throughout the season, especially? Was there one particular magic goal that you scored throughout those 39 goals that you scored?
I think either the one I scored in the grand final, just meant a lot. And then the other one I think was that the last minute goal against Virginia. Just because I think that was such an important game for us to win. So yeah, it'd have to be out of those two.
Tell us a bit about your amazing coach.
I love Tony. He's
great.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best coaches I've had in my career. He's super knowledgeable on and off the field, but also knows just how to just be a human, I guess. If you're having issues or whatever, you can absolutely talk to him on the non-coach level, you know. I think it's really important to have that in a team. I think it brings everyone else close together. He really knows his stuff. I had so much fun playing this year, and I didn't want to play this year. I probably told that to Tony multiple times, but I'm very thankful that he dragged me out there to play, because I really enjoyed this year, and I guess closing it off with a grand final kind of makes it that much better.
Yeah, I would just say I do think he makes things fun, and I think sometimes you can lose that when it gets this competitive. Him and obviously Alan as well, they've just been amazing. And like Emily said, I probably was looking at not playing, and they just made it so much more enjoyable, and it makes you want to go back there.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely wouldn't. If Tony wasn't there, I wouldn't play. I wouldn't play for any other coach.
How did all three get involved in the world game, and why did you choose it?
My family, my brother played, my dad played, my grandpa played. So I guess kind of just in my blood. I probably came out of my mom's belly with a ball and boots.
I was actually a dancer, and my mum was a dancer.
My
mum was, you probably don't believe it because of my dance moves, but my mum was a dance teacher, and she really wanted me to do dancing, and there was a soccer field next door, and I used to just run out of her studio over to the soccer field. I hated dancing, and that was my story.
I've been playing since I was 4. I think I eventually had to decide between softball and soccer, and went with soccer. So yeah, I've been playing for quite a while now.
All three mentioned right at the start what position you all play on the field on grand final day. If you had a dream position where you love to convince your coaches to put you, where would that be?
Forward.
I think I'm quite content.
Yeah, I feel like I'd stay where I am too. If I was as fast as Callie and as skillful as Callie, I'd be forward and score all the goals.
Now, I'll start off with you, Em, first. Now, obviously, according to you, I'm getting all this information from your coach at the same time. So I need to ask, now, of course, you were part of the Portugal youth setup. What tell us a bit about that, and was that one of your highlights?
Give anything to go back. It was definitely a highlight. It was pretty amazing. I actually got scouted with my club, and I remember it to this day. Someone reached out, and I thought it was a joke. And I remember showing my dad and reaching out to him and be like, "Is this real? Like, is someone like messing with me? Is this a prank? Like, this is from a national team. Like, what's going on here?" And then we got in contact with them, and they had seen me play at some tournament or something. And next minute, I was on a plane for the first time ever. That was my first international flight, was going to Portugal. So it was definitely an incredible experience. And yeah, I would absolutely go back.
Tyler, I need to ask, obviously, Tyler, you played in top level for Queensland for several years as well. What would be some highlights other than the premiership?
I think back when I played for Mitchie previously was a big highlight because we literally won everything, and I was playing with Em at that point. And it was my first experience playing like in Brisbane as well, and I met like a great bunch of girls, so I definitely think that was a highlight. We just went through and won everything. That's probably my highlight.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Now, I need to ask you this though. Now, according to your coach, are you going to temporary retirement?
Oh my God.
Was I not meant to know that?
Oh, I don't know.
She's
this
not.
is a
No.
We'll see. I do
She's
have a
not.
lot of stuff going on next year, but yeah, we'll see what I can do.
So, sorry, I had to throw that to you. Kelly, you were
Thanks,
captain.
Tony.
Love that guy, Tony. He's a great guy.
Great guy.
Now, Kelly, you were captain of your NCAA college team. Tell us what that college team was, and tell us about the experience of being captain of your college team.
The college was Virginia Tech. And yeah, I was captain my senior year. So yeah, it was pretty special. Just going out and leading just a great group of girls. It's such a high level over there. So it was a really great experience, and I've definitely learned a lot being captain.
Have you convinced any of your former Virginia Tech players to come to Queensland and play the world game in your team?
I'm trying. It's a work in progress.
TBC.
Yeah. Now, Em, I can't miss asking you the same question. Now, obviously, you played college soccer as well. Am I correct?
Yeah.
You must tell us who that college was, and did you play against Kelly at any stage?
No, and I'm glad I didn't. No, I went to Minot State in North Dakota. So I was the division below Callie. But it was good. College is great. College is great in the US. And I think if anyone can get the chance to go do it, but like absolutely go do it, because it is an experience that most people don't really get to have. And being a college athlete is pretty similar to being a professional athlete. You get treated like a professional, and it's just an amazing experience.
Have you convinced any of your college teammates to join you down here in Queensland? Same question I just asked Kelly.
I've had a few of them out here before, but they're all retired now, which is in
Oh.
the same direction I'm going.
So, Em, should I ask you the same question I asked Tyler? And are you planning to retire anytime soon then?
Yeah, this is going to be my last year. I'm going out 2023 with a bang. And I think the original Mitchie team is doing the same. I know there's about 4 or 5 of us from the old original team that are probably going to call it after this. So you better believe we're all going out with a bang.
I'm not even going to ask you the same question, Kelly. So unless you want to answer it.
Am I going to retire?
Yeah, I'm assuming no. I knew you can blame your coach for all this, by the way.
Yeah.
Was there one particular game that turned the season for this team?
I think it would have been when we beat Western Pride, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when we beat them.
Yeah, the second game we played them.
Yeah,
I think we went on like a winning streak then as well, and yeah, I think that really lifted us up as a team and gave us a lot of confidence.
I have to ask, what does the Spoil the World game mean to all three, especially being part of Mitchelton?
I think I don't know. It's been my life since I was 4 years old. So I guess it's kind of everything and anything that I really know. And like I said, it's in my family. But I think playing is more my outlet. So it's kind of my place that once I'm on the field, nothing else exists. And it's my place of just focusing on what I love to do. And I don't have to think about anything else for that short period of time. So I don't know, playing is really important to me and my sanity.
I was going to say playing's probably given me like a second family. I think I've met so many people through football, and it's kind of the same. Like it's definitely an outlet, but it's being a way to like build relationships with other people that like you probably would never have met in your life. And it's been really amazing, which is cool.
Yeah.
I just agree with everything they've said. Yeah, like I moved from America 2 years ago and didn't know a soul besides my partner, obviously. Yeah, and the first thing I did was join a soccer club here. So yeah, I made a lot of friends that way, and that's got me down to Brisbane and everything. So yeah.
What have all three learnt from each other on and off the footy field?
Well, Tilly apparently was a dancer at one point in her life.
I've learned that you can eat about anything before you start playing the game from Kelly.
Yeah.
Like you can smash down a packet of, I don't know, popcorn,
cookies,
some sort of some sort of coffee drink. I don't know, anything really.
Anything and everything.
Yeah. Oh.
No, nothing.
I think I've learned from Emily how to be a bit more intimidating on the field. I think that's something. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think for the first time ever, I've learned that Tilly has an intimidating side.
What?
An intimidating side.
Yeah,
let's not recall that Virginia game.
Yeah. Whoops.
Future ambitions in the Spoil the World game?
Ellie, this one's you.
I don't know, just continue playing and having fun. I think that's the most important part, because once you lose that, it's not as enjoyable. Which I've found out before. So yeah, just keep playing, having fun. Yeah, see where it goes.
Yeah, I agree. As long as you love what you're doing, it's easy.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think I went through a period of like not liking soccer at all, and I wanted to quit about 2 years ago. and then I just needed to find the love of it again. I think, yeah, that's the most important thing.
What will be your advice to people that shouldn't get involved in the World Games, especially now with the World Cup coming next year?
If you have a dream, go after it. Don't ever let someone tell you that you can't do it. There's always going to be people in the world that try to beat you down and stop you from doing what you love. My only piece of advice is don't ever let someone tell you that you can't do something.
I think also find, if you're looking to like start playing soccer, find a team that really like aligns with what you believe in when you are part of a sport.
We'll finish off with some light-hearted questions about your teammates. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moment on the footy field and what was it?
It'd have to be Lily for something.
Yes, that's what I was
Actually,
thinking.
Probably when she got shoved over on the sideline, she was throwing in the ball. Or what were you going to say?
Was this an grand final?
Yeah, when she like faked falling.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It was so bad because it was so obvious.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I'm pretty sure I saw that one. So I think that's definitely on camera, which anyone can watch back at any time.
Yeah.
Definitely don't take notes from her to how to do that because it was horrible.
Yeah. In the acting category, it's definitely not Lily.
No.
So who's the comedian, the best singer, and internet TikToks?
Oh my God, Duds.
Dudley.
Yeah. That's for
Rachel
sure.
Dudley.
Duds' TikTok.
She thinks she can sing. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
She sings a song every training. So I guess that classes her as the best best singer. Duds.
Oh no, I was gonna say Lily, but yeah.
Both of them together.
Yeah, the both of them together.
Combined, yeah.
Yeah.
Do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
I do, but nobody knows what that is. And today's not the day that someone's gonna find out. Not even my parents know what it is. That stays between me only. I'm the most superstitious person on the planet.
I don't think I have one. Other than make sure I eat.
Yeah. Pre-game snacks.
Yeah.
Mine's like really old lady like though. I just
Crystals.
No.
Is it?
No, I just make sure I read like some book before I go, like any book. I just make sure I read.
Do you just have like a pump-up song?
We have a whole playlist, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, I guess I don't really think there's one in particular song. It's kind of, I don't know. It's just a vibe in our locker room in general, music or not.
I was going to get back to this question. So am I assuming you have a fine system? And if so, who copped the most fines throughout the year?
Lily, absolutely
Lily.
For anything you could think of, she got a fine for it. I don't think there were any strange ones. There was definitely one for an own goal. There was one for, I think, hitting the crossbar or something.
Yeah, maybe. I think she always just got them for what she was wearing as well. She just
she never showed up in what she should have.
Yeah.
So the forgetful one by the sounds of that one too.
Yeah.
Now, have either of you copped a fine this year? And if so, what was the weirdest one that you thought, why did I get a fine for that?
I think mine came from yellow cards.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think one of my fouls was from being nuttied. I definitely got nuttied at training once, my fines, I mean. And I did have one for a yellow, but
yeah, I think
that's
I
an
had
honor.
one for a yellow too. Yeah.
That shouldn't be a fine.
Oh, I just think I got one for a yellow too. I don't think we had any really like strange ones. If there were any strange ones, they definitely just went to Lily. She just
Yeah.
did. She just did some silly stuff, and we just fined her for it.
Yes, yeah.
Do you have any good nicknames we should know about?
Yeah, Tilly's got some.
Oh,
No,
Yeah,
no, I
yeah.
don't.
Yes, you
They
do.
were not my
I'm pretty
nicknames,
sure.
and I did not
Lily
agree
gave
to
you
them.
some.
Oh, I did not agree to any of these nicknames.
Lily gave you some, and so did Tony.
Yeah, well, they're gonna stay hush hush.
Oh gosh.
right, okay.
No.
Now we'll finish with these last two. Describe your team in one word.
Family.
Fun.
Fun. Yeah, I would probably say family too. By the end of the
Yeah.
season, we were definitely very close. When you spend 3 nights a week, nearly 4 with these people, they do become family.
Mm.
And yeah, one giant crazy family.
Dysfunctional.
Yes.
Which is, what would be your advice to people that should come and support Mitchie for next season as he tried to defend the premiership, or if you're going up to NPL?
Bring as much noise as possible.
Yeah, I agree. Just bring, yeah. It was a big vibe on the weekend when we had a massive crowd, and I think
Yeah.
to see that support, it would be amazing to see that throughout the season, because it honestly blew us away, because literally most of the crowd there was for us. So yeah. It was amazing.
All three, I'm so glad he's got the premiership this year. Well deserved. I know it's been a pretty hard year for the club in general. Obviously, you mentioned about the floods, and obviously one of the members passing away this year. And I'm so glad that at least there was something to celebrate this year for the club, considering how it's been tough it's been. And congratulations, well deserved, especially on a hard-fought 1-0 win over Peninsula Power in the grand final last week. And can't wait to hopefully come up to Queensland, back to my home state to hopefully watch you all play next season.
Yeah, you better be the loudest one in the stands.
We'll see how we go. But
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
no worries. And that's, of course, the Mitchelton, of course, women's Premier League team that won the premiership by 1-0 over Peninsula Power, of course, in the grand final last week. We'll put all the details up on how you can get involved and support the team in 2023. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.